everyone, and welcome back. Our next guest is an award-winning illustrator, muralist, and printmaking artist who loves creating whimsical images inspired by her environments and traveling around the world. Her murals can be seen throughout New York City, Beijing, and now Puerto Rico. Last summer also, she co-founded the Chinatown Mural Project, which is dedicated to showcasing colorful murals that reflect Chinese American life in Chinatown to attract people back to the neighborhood. Joining us to tell us more, please welcome Peach Tao. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. A little bit nervous, but overall very happy to be here.
Well, welcome back to New York, I should say. You just recently came back from Puerto Rico after spending how much time over there?
Roughly 7 days. Yeah, I wish I had more time. It's so beautiful. And I still have so much to see.
So were you out there for pleasure and found yourself creating artwork? What were you out there for?
Oh, just for some much needed air, because I've been in New York area for the past 13 months, like a lot of people. And I saw like, okay, it's an easy area to get to. And I love the island. I've been there before and I always wanted to go back.
That's lovely. And this time around, you actually got to leave your mark there, huh?
Yeah, first time leaving a little mark. I got there and right before I left, I was randomly looking through Instagram and I saw this account and it seems like they are an artist collective. It's all in Spanish, but I guessed they're an artist collective painting murals in La Perla in San Juan.
La Perla. Woo,
yeah, out of all places. Yeah, so I was like, why not? And it's run by two very wonderful female artists, Ingrid and Raquel. And they were very, very welcoming, very nice. And they showed me around and we picked the spot. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you know, that's so beautiful because that just goes to show you the universal language of artistry, right? Because even though it was in Spanish, somehow you were able to figure it out and you found your community over there and were able and were welcome to incorporate your artistry in whatever was going on in La Perla. That's amazing.
Yeah, and if you can see the image, so I actually didn't really know what I was going to paint. And I said, okay, you know, I only have 2-3 days really. So I said, okay, let's do just something small. And there's a small spot. And I said, okay, I know there's a lot of iguanas, even though they're not native, but like they're all over. And I said, oh, they're really cute. I love reptiles. So I said, okay, can I paint an iguana? And we had a drink down the bar. And it was my first time drinking the frozen sangria. So I painted the iguana drinking that, and it's next to a pool. So he's on a lifesaver, and he has all these sweatshirts, swimsuits.
Yeah.
There are so many chickens just walking around, right. Chickens and hens and rooster. So on my way that day to paint, I stumbled upon a really beautiful rooster or hen. I don't know which one. So I painted the rooster in there. And the iguana is actually gonna eat the chicken later.
Oh yeah. But the beauty is that you have this relationship to animals in all of your artistry, right? Because if we were to review your work, right, you've done some work in the Bronx as well, and of course you have your mural project in Chinatown. But let's talk a little bit about the mural work that you do in the Bronx. Let's talk about the way you choose your animals, like you just did in sharing your story in Puerto Rico, and just, you know, the importance of I guess Chinatown being reopened and active in I guess New York City in general, reopening. So, but I want to talk about the Bronx first because I know you work with the next generation, right? You work with the schools, and so let's talk about those pieces.
So that's also how I got into painting murals, because I was doing a lot of illustration and printmaking before, and my friend who at the time works at Thrive Collective, and I got involved and I found, oh, this is really cool. So we work with a lot of public schools all throughout New York City, and we go there and it's several weeks of a program, and we work with the students from the ideas stage. So a lot of the ideas are actually from the students, and I'm like the chef. I collect all the ingredients and I cook them, and season them. So in the end, I and my colleague, we paint all the details and stuff. Yeah, but the students definitely participate from the idea throughout the whole stage. Yeah.
Okay, so in looking at some of these images, right? I'm looking at one in the hallway. I'm looking at one in front of a school, and some have symbolisms. But the one thing I noticed that's practically in all of them is an animal of some sort. So is that your influence?
Yeah, I think personally, I just because we see humans every day. We are surrounded by humans. So the older I get, the more fond of animals that I am. Yeah. And I really like reptiles for some reason. Like it just gradually, slowly grow on me. Yeah.
And
with
so
the Bronx
now,
one, oh, sorry.
no, okay, keep going.
No, yeah, so one of my first school to work in was Walton campus in the Bronx. I worked with my colleague, Nico Collazo, on one of the really big pieces, actually the largest mural we've both done, with both of us had ever done, yeah. And it was with, that was the first time. And then the year after, they really enjoyed the experience and they invited us back. So we painted a second mural at the same school. Yeah.
It's lovely, indoors and outdoors, right?
Yeah, so we covered cafeteria to the garden. Yeah, and it's really touching because it's with older kids. So sometimes, they don't show that much.
Right.
But it was great when I go back the second year and some students saw me in the hallway and they're like, we wish we can have your class again. That moment was really.
So you became popular. You became popular with the older kids because, with them, it's kind of like, you got to really grab their interest, right? But it's beautiful. Yeah, it's community building as well.
Yeah, that's how I started really enjoy. I think, okay, it's something I'm good at, and I really enjoy the human interaction part. And I think, when you're creating something, this kind of human interaction is actually something that inspire you as well. And I love all the spontaneous things that happens when you're creating on the wall. Yeah.
Right, and so this leads me into your baby right now in helping and attracting attention to Chinatown with your Chinatown Mural Project, and how that's gone for you, right? It's been a rough year for all of us, but
yeah.
The concept, once again, there's lots of animals, but I love this concept of the way you design these murals so that people can go and take images in front of them and be part of the mural.
Yeah, so I met Mr. Carlin Chen, who is a local activist of Chinatown, like throughout all his life. And so we have this idea of, we want to showcase just some daily life moments, very simple, but it's kind of like you can also become part of it. And so we wanted to create some elements that's kind of interactive or at least inviting. Yeah, because I think that's what we need is a lot of things come from ignorance.
Right.
So we want to showcase it, and then so people won't be as ignorant anymore. And it's realize, we all enjoy food. That's a big part of any culture. And
right.
We all enjoy playing board games, like the pigeons playing mahjong. It can be easily recreated as pigeons playing dominoes. It's in all the cultures we have this kind of games and food that bring us together.
Yeah, but I also love that you highlight pigeons because that's a New York thing, right?
Yeah,
New Yorkers pigeons.
Mm-hmm. And of course, one of them has to be a baseball fan. And there's like when I was painting it, I didn't know what clothes I would give them. And that's early morning start. So I saw a lot of old grandmas, they carry the little shopping cart. And I noticed a lot of, almost all the grandmas wear very little tiny flower dotted shirts. So I'm like, okay, that's perfect. Yeah.
I love that. So that game of that they're playing, it looks like dominoes, something that we play in our culture, but what is the name of it in your culture?
It's called mahjong.
Mahjong?
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to dominoes, right?
Yeah, very, well, there's more complicated rules. It's more similar, the rules are similar to poker's, kind of, because you need like 4 sets to win, and then there's, I actually never played it. I just watched some neighbors played it, yeah. But I thought you know, every country you travel to, you see old people on the streets playing games together, and that's really beautiful.
And once again, it's community, and I love that you incorporated the way our buildings are designed. There's fire escapes on it, and basically, I'm inviting all of you to go down to Chinatown and see it for yourself and experience it and take photos in front of it, because that's what she created it for, so that people can gain interest in going back to Chinatown and, you know, just exploring all that New York has to offer as we reopen and come back together.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's really our hope.
I know.
Just to bring some spice.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not even that, to bring us all back together, right?
Yeah.
We all need each other. We all need each other, and that's what
very much.
That's what keeps the city vibrant and going. And thanks for bringing it here, Peach, and thanks for sharing your journey to Puerto Rico. And you guys, once again, and you guys, once again, if you want to see more of her artwork, you can go to peachtao.com, and you can also visit her on Instagram at peachyblue. Okay, don't go anywhere, because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.